Hi, Tony Poulos here, and today I have with me Gabriele de Piazza from VMware NFV. Gabriele, welcome. And also John Healy from Intel. I've got you both along here because both of your companies are hosting the Open VNF Onboarding Hackathon. I'd like to know a lot more about that. Gabriele, kick off, please.
Yeah, sure. Exciting initiative together with Intel. We have over 35 partners tomorrow. We are basically fostering, innovation of an open ecosystem in the industry, and just a pleasure to do this on the show floor at Mobile World Congress. Amazing initiative.
John, what's the Intel viewpoint on it?
Yeah, I agree with Gabriele. It's a great initiative where we're excited to be partnering on to help to bring a number of the ISVs or the independent software vendors together to really explore what can be made possible when the NFV or VNF onboarding, the virtual network function onboarding, can be done in a manner that creates much greater consistency around how that can be initiated and effective.
So that's the main driver of the initiative behind this sort of hackathon? And what sort of people are coming to it?
The ISVs, the vendors who are creating the virtual network functions, are the primary target, primary audience. And the goal really is to bring them together and to start to create what we call blueprints for the implementation or onboarding. So we actually gain some experience around what does it take when you bring the community together to collaborate around a scalable, portable blueprint of what it took to implement a VNF in one environment, and how might that be enabled in an implementation beyond that.
Even more so, I think this really drives acceleration in time to revenue for service providers. Because introduction of new services or moving to an on-demand services delivery model for telcos right now is very important. So having the ability to pick and choose and having pre-verified blueprints actually really eases their implementation, removes some of the barriers in going to market in the industry right now.
Well, I also understand that the initiative is trying to get some Tosca modeling sorted out, especially for the partner ecosystem. How is that going to work, and what's the requirement for Tosca behind this?
Well, so if you consider that exactly what Gabriele said, if you want to have a very predictable method by which you can onboard a VNF across multiple different vendors, you need some consistency about how that VNF is set up, how it's been configured. And Tosca creates a modeling environment for the data that's expected of the VNF. So you need a consistent way to describe what that VNF would like to see when it's being implemented, so that the orchestration stack, the piece that's the puppeteer that's managing how it gets placed, knows how to enable those kinds of resources to be applied so that VNF can be implemented successfully. Yeah. Tosca creates a standard framework for that.
Absolutely, even more so, you can actually describe the whole service. So creating the service awareness in making sure that you can not only deploy that, but then manage the life cycle end to end, which is really one of the outcomes of what we're trying to achieve here.
But you make it very understandable, which is good, but how does this initiative work for both your companies moving forward? Is it a critical part for your initial partnership together?
It's critical for us, I think both companies, because at the end of the day, success of network virtualization means success in the industry.
Yeah.
So we really are backing open standards and inviting anyone who wants to participate here. The more we try to accelerate this adoption, the better for sure VMware. I'm sure Intel will say the same.
Exactly right. For that reason, we have a long history of partnering together for lots of reasons over many years. This is the latest way we can help to really remove friction in the industry and try to ensure that we're speeding the path to money for all of the players involved.
Well, how do you expect the operators to not only contribute, but also to react and work with you in future? Is this to drive them in as well? Do you think that will bring them along?
First of all, adoption, it's a main driver. But to be honest with you, operators are extremely interested, not just about observing from the outside, but actually participating actively, and they're actually asking how they could maybe not just participate in the hackathon, but even drive some requests for having more of these activities going on and to be embraced in the network.
Right.
Well, that's the sort of collaboration we need in the industry, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
And we'll get there eventually. Thank you. I think a hackathon's the best way to do this. You're getting a lot of new minds involved, a lot of people working together to achieve a common goal. So all the best. I'm glad to see it, and best to both of you, VMware and Intel, for the hackathon initiative.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.